Hello there, and welcome to today's Heart to Heart. I am so excited to be back here with you today. I love our Monday time together, I have to say. So, I'm your host, Karen Del Maestro, health and transformation coach, breast cancer BRCA2 thriver. And in case you didn't know, I specialize in helping breast cancer survivors get back there, get up and go, their mojo, and start to reclaim the life that they fought for. And that being said, today we are talking about, are you hiding how you really feel? This topic, this topic is big. This topic is big. And I was nudged to talk about this today. I will say, if you're in the U.S., you may know that in the past week or so, we lost a young man, just 40 years old, by the name of Stephen Twitch Boss. He was a dancer and kind of rose to fame by dancing on So You Think You Can Dance, and then became the DJ on the Ellen Show. And it was reported that he committed suicide. Now, on the outside, on TV, on the shows, he always had this smile. He was showing so much love and care. A beautiful wife, 3 amazing kids. What we might think on the outside is the perfect life. And yet, obviously, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. And so it kind of nudged me to do this episode today. Because I think so often, as breast cancer survivors, we wear that mask. We're showing the outside world the smile, the energy, the whatever we used to show up as. When on the inside, we're hurting. There's pain. There's discomfort. There's uncertainty. There's fear. There's maybe anxiety or depression. And the problem is that when we're hiding those feelings and we're keeping them inside, we actually end up storing them in our body, our physical body. Because our body speaks our mind. So whatever we're thinking, whatever we're feeling, we're actually storing in our body. And this is heavy. It's heavy to wear. Can I tell you? It really is heavy to wear. And I know this because I used to keep all of my feelings inside. Partly because I didn't think they were valid. Partly because I didn't think anybody wanted to know how I felt or what I had to say. You see, I was super, super shy growing up. Wouldn't say boo to a goose. And as I say in that, I'm realizing it's a very English saying. But essentially, it means that you're super, super shy. You know, I wasn't asked as a kid, how do you feel? What do you want? I was the good girl. I was the good girl. Was dutiful, followed the rules, did what was expected, and just didn't question. And so what I learned as a kid growing up, and you may relate to this, and let me know in the comments if you do, but relating to just numbing myself to my feelings, just keeping it all inside, sucking it all up, and putting on this mask to the outside world that everything was fine. Whether it was fine or not. Now, if we can go through life like that and we feel good and we feel happy and everything and we're okay with that, then that's okay. But there's a big but here for me. And the but is, first of all, are you truly happy? Like in your heart, are you truly happy with your circumstances in life, with who you are, with how you show up, with how you feel every day? Or do you crave something different? I knew I wanted something different. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to get there at that point. None of those things. I do now. But because I didn't see that life could be different, I stayed feeling that way, wearing that mask, hiding what I felt for decades and decades. And part of that issue is, first of all, like I said, it's the happiness. Are you truly happy? Is that really what you want? Especially after you've gone through breast cancer. Especially after your perspective on life has changed. Especially as you may have faced your own mortality, which we do when we hear those three words. You have cancer. So that's number one. Are you really happy? Number two, and really important here, is how keeping our feelings inside and hiding how we really feel, how that affects our risk of getting breast cancer again. Because it does. And I can say that with such confidence because I've studied extensively the work of Dr. W. Douglas Brody. He's an integrative cancer therapist, and for over 28 years, he studied and observed thousands of cancer patients. And he created a cancer personality checklist. So certain personalities that are common amongst cancer patients, and this includes all cancer. Okay, so pay attention to this, because just because we've always done something doesn't mean that we can't do something differently. I'm proof of that, as are my hundreds of clients. Just because we're in a situation and we don't know a way out doesn't mean that there isn't a way out. According to my sign, everything is figure outable, and it is true. You just need to know and be guided and supported by the right person with the right process. So, what are some of these cancer personality traits that also make us keep our feelings inside? We might be dutiful, the good one. Like I said, I was the good girl. I followed the rules, very dutiful. Part of that, I think, is my British heritage, because I think we like to do the right thing. How would I know that was part of this cancer personality trait? Right? So think about this. The responsible one. The one that we go to who's responsible, who we can lean on, who we can trust with anything. Always taking on everybody else's burdens and obligations, because you're the responsible one. Are you hearing yourself in this? But as we are going through these character traits, these things affect how we show up in the world. But it's about, we keep how we feel inside. We're not expressing. Caring. Hardworking. Yeah. And I was all of these at one point in time. You might tend to carry other people's burdens, right? Again, people come to you, or you're worried about your kids or your aging parents or work, and you take on everything. But when we're doing that, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about everybody else. We're not thinking about ourselves. We're not thinking about how things make us feel. And so all of these feelings are bubbling up inside of us. They're holding on to all of them in our body. Another one of those cancer personality traits is having a deep-seated need to please. You want to please everybody. You want to make everybody happy. I think as women especially, but men too, those women especially, this is something that we do so intuitively, wanting to make everybody happy. But when that is our focus, and think about it, if you ever said that, I just want everybody to be happy. We go above and beyond. We go the extra mile to make everybody else happy. But what about us? What about you? Are you happy, or you're just sucking up your feelings because you want to see everybody else happy? And by the way, oh, I tried this for decades. I really did. Decades and decades. Tried it on for size, and I was never able to make everybody happy. So I decided to shift. And I said, okay, well, if I can't do that, what about I make me happy? What about I make sure that I've got the energy and the vibrancy to make me happy and others? What if that were possible? It is. It is. And the other thing I want you to understand is when we are harboring these toxic emotions, we have trouble expressing them. Things like fear and anger, resentment, shame, disappointment, these toxic negative emotions, grief, big one. Many of them are held in the organs under our breasts. We hold on to grief in our lungs, according to traditional Chinese medicine. All of that heartache, that the unconditional love that we did not receive from our parents that we wanted to. Relationships that never worked out. Feeling like nobody sees you in the world. These are all emotions that we hold on to in our heart, which lies where? Beneath our breasts. So what I want you to really take away from today, number one, that you matter. How you feel matters. I want to know how you feel. And this is why, for me, it's so important, especially after active treatment is done. When we're rarely prepared for this stage, like people, we're not told, hey, this next bit, it might suck, might really suck. It might be really hard as you're going into what I call the cocoon stage and you're trying to put life back together. And so often as we're going through treatment, we're really not dealing with the emotions yet. We're in survival mode. We're like, okay, what do I need to do now? What treatment am I going to now? What surgery? What this? What that? What the other? And we're in survival, like literally survival mode. But it's when that ends that all of the emotions hit you. And it's like a ton of bricks, and it hits hard. And what's even harder is the fact that everybody else around us is like, oh, okay, you're done with treatment. Great. Come on then, back to life. And we try. We try really hard, and we put that mask on and the lipstick and the hair, and we're like, okay, let's give this a go. But inside, the exhaustion, the pure bone-sucking exhaustion, and the fear, and the crying at the drop of the hat, and all of these heavy, heavy things that we're feeling. Could be guilt, survivor's guilt. It could be depression, anxiety, and so much fear, right? Wrapped up around getting sick again. What do I do? Do I plan? Do I not plan? Like, what is it? What's life about for me now? What am I supposed to do? And so the question becomes, how do we not hide what we're feeling, right? How do we not keep this inside when it's something that we've just learned to do for such a long time? Number one, we want to make sure that we're getting support. Whether it's me, whether it's a therapist, whether it's some kind of support group, it doesn't matter. Get the support that fits what you need. Number one, okay? And I think that's where so many of the women that are in the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community, it's where so many of them feel like they finally fit. It's a supportive environment. It's not negative Nellies, and we don't want them in there. So if you're a negative Nelly, we love you and we send you off with love and peace, but that group's not for you. It's a group where women get to express themselves and be heard and understood and supported and uplifted. That's the difference between this group and a lot of other groups. The other thing that I want to offer you today is I'm doing a couple of classes, and there are a few dates where I'm going to talk you through how to get your energy and your life back in the next year. Okay, now this class is especially for you if you're a couple of months out of treatment and you're thinking, what now? What am I supposed to do? And you feel like you need some support and you feel like you need some guidance and you don't know where to go and what to do. So this is a great class for you, how to get your energy and your life back in 2023. I'm going to be talking you through a lot of this also, how not to hide your emotions, because that where our mind goes, our energy flows. So when our emotions and our mind are spinning, that's sucking you dry. Okay, so we have to learn how to stop that, right? Stop the drain so that you can start to get your energy back. So it's not just about, so much of this is, for me, so much of us staying healthy and vibrant is actually dealing with these emotions so that we've got the energy to enjoy the life that we fought for. We're going to be talking about the reality of trying to juggle life and still having time for you. Because I know you're the caring one. I know you're the one that takes on everybody else's burdens. I know you're the one that has a hard time saying no. And I get that because that used to be me too. And I'm going to show you how to take better care of you, stop those energy drains, top up your teapot, and get your life back. I'm going to be sharing the process to do this in this class, how you can do this, following a proven system, the system that I use for myself and all of my clients. But you've got to be ready to change something, right? You've got to be in that place where you're saying, enough. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Maybe you've got that tug inside you where you're saying life just doesn't fit anymore. I need more. Is this what I fought for? Or is there something better out there? Like, I want you to really be wanting something out of your life and willing to say, I need to do something. I need to change in order to get that. And if this is sounding like you, this is my free gift to you, right? At this holiday season, free gift. And there's a couple of dates, so just click on the link that you're going to find either above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it, and click on the link and choose your time for the class. And I promise that within 60 to 90 minutes, depending on your questions, because I'm going to make sure that we're live and you'll have time for questions, that you come away with your game plan, that you come away with your exact best next steps for how to get your life back in 2023. And not just the life that you had before, but better, right? What's the point? Why did you go through this? Why did you go through this journey? I think of breast cancer as I think of every other trauma. And this may feel weird to you, but it truly is what has helped me bounce back after many major traumas. They become an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for personal development, an opportunity to improve your life when you take the right steps, when you get support from the people that have walked the path. Because if people haven't walked the path, then they don't know what it is that you're truly feeling. And we're talking about, keeping those feelings inside, which we do because people around us don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't get the emotions behind this journey. They don't get the identity crisis that you might be feeling, looking in the mirror and saying, I don't even know who I am anymore. They don't get it. I do. I get it. I've walked the path. I've helped others walk the path. And I'd like to help you walk the path and get your energy and life back in 2023. So that you can stop keeping these feelings inside. So that you can start expressing in a way that feels authentic for you. Right? We're not looking to change. We want you to still be that wonderful, caring, hardworking person that you are. But I want you to have the energy to be able to enjoy your life and do that. And it's possible. You just have to know the right way. And I'm going to be showing you the simple key to doing that. And it is simple. So just click the link to join the class, either above or below, wherever you're watching this video. Choose your time, and I will see you there. Okay? I hope this has been helpful. And please, if you or anybody you know has been touched by suicide, I know it's not easy. Our family has been touched too. And it can feel very difficult with the emotions that are left behind. And I want to make sure that you're not just holding on to those emotions and that you have somewhere to express them and feel safe and heard and understood. And that's my wish for you. And it's part of why we're putting this class together, so that you don't have to keep those feelings inside, so that you don't have to feel so depressed or alone and isolated, and barricading yourself into the bedroom with a tub of ice cream and watching Friends again. I want you to enjoy the life that you fought for, because you deserve it. And you can take care of you and show up for others. And to me, that doesn't feel selfish. To me, that feels amazing. Okay? So again, I'm your host, Karen Del Maestro, your health and transformation coach, breast cancer BRCA2 thriver, host of the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community, and the host of the weekly Heart to Heart show. And we go live Mondays at noon in our group on YouTube and a couple of other spots. But today, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Sign up for the class, How to Get Your Energy and Life Back in 2023. And I promise you won't regret it. It'll be a well-spent 60 to 90 minutes of your life. Okay? I will see you next week, guys. Have a wonderful Christmas to those of you that celebrate. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate Hanukkah. And happy holidays. Wishing you happy and healthy holiday season from me to you and all of your families. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And I can't wait to see you in the class where I actually get to see you on screen and we get to interact some more. Okay? Bye for now, guys. Have an incredible day.